Did you know that if you skip this one step when detailing the exterior of your car, it can ruin your paintwork? Well, on this episode, we are working on the E30 and we are detailing the exterior of this car. And I'll show you guys later what step you shouldn't miss when you are detailing the exterior of the car. When I say detailing, I mean decontaminating, washing the car, polishing, protecting. So, if it's the first time you're here, by the way, guys, then I will do a quick recap on what we've done so far on this E30. And if you want to watch more detailed videos on this E30, I will drop a link below where you can watch a full playlist of what we've done so far on this car. So let's get right into it. We are going to be doing a quick recap for you first, and then we're going to get into detailing the E30. When we bought this car, it actually came without bumper inserts and a splitter. So the first thing that we did was fit these two things from the parts that we bought from Luke. Moving forward, we also had a bit of an overheating issue with this E30. So the first thing that we tested was the viscous fan. We replaced the core and fitted the fan back to the car. Once we had done that, we tested the car and we ran the car up to temperature and it actually didn't overheat, which was a good sign at this point. So we were happy with that. So swiftly moving forwards, we removed all the grey seats from the car which were ripped and teared up so that we could detail the carpets. We then swiftly moved on to getting these carpets cleaned and wet vacked and getting them into a good position. We then moved on to putting the leather seats in. So at this stage, this is where we're at with the E30, and now we're going to detail the exterior. As mentioned before, if you would like to watch the videos in more detail about this E30, make sure to click the link below and that will direct you to a playlist where you can watch all the videos up until this point. Let's get right into it. Leon is going to be doing a full detail on this car on the exterior. So we're starting with a contactless wash and then he moves on to a contact wash. In essence, to prepare the car for a polish, a cut, polish and finish, and then a protection. So this is what Leon is going to be getting up to now. And I will also be helping him with a lot of the other details, getting to the nooks and crannies of this car and also restoring some of the trim plastic, which I will show you in the video as we move forward. Now, as mentioned before, there is an integral step to detailing this car, and any car in fact, before you touch it with a polishing machine of any kind, and that is the decontamination process. Now, what does it mean by decontamination? In essence, you are taking off any contamination that the paintwork has endured, and you're doing that in the safest way possible. So Leon, before he touched the paintwork with his machine, he went round the whole car and decontaminated it by using methods of ideally non-contact. So using the right chemicals and the right cleaning products to remove tar, to remove dirt, to remove grit, to remove brake dust, all sorts of stuff that comes in contact with the paintwork before he goes ahead and touches it. Now imagine that dirt under the polishing machine scratching the paintwork. That's how you ruin the paintwork of your car. So that's the reason Leon decontaminated. So he did this before, and then he went on to using a contact wash, which is using a mitt and the right products to wash the car. And then he basically went on to the polishing process. And Leon in this case used a 2-in-1 cut and polish and went round the entire car. In the next part of this video, we're going to be doing some trim restoration and we're going to be using a couple of products. Firstly, this G-Technic C4, which is a great product, and also Gummy by Jana Gross. And this is great for bumpers and tires. So in essence, I'm going to go around the whole car using these products, and I'm going to be painting anything that's grey and dull and lost its color over time. I'm going to be bringing it back to its original black color. Now, this bit here is just amazing. This C4 product, Trim Restorer from G-Technic, is just magic. And as you can see here, I'm going to show you on the wing mirror. It is going to transform this wing mirror and bring it back to life. As you can see, the trim restorer is doing a great job. It's literally turned this grey mirror that had faded over time into black again, like it was before, almost like brand new. Now the reason these fade so badly is because of UV damage, and this restorer is in essence is bringing the right properties back to the plastic and giving it that original black color. I'm going around the entire car where there is trim, so all the trim around the windows, the door handles, all gets put back to black, and all over time does get UV damage and eventually turns grey and loses its color. So this product is doing an amazing job just bringing the black back to where it's meant to be. I also use this around the grille, and using a brush I just work my way into all the nooks and crannies. This is a bit of a tough job if you don't use a brush and just use, for example, a cloth. The brush gets into all the nooks and crannies and literally transforms the grille and makes it look amazing. Now in some cases you probably see me using the Jana gloss just because the C4 literally is the smallest bottle in the world and it is pretty expensive for just a small amount, so you've got to use it sparingly, and honestly you cannot be using it on everything because it runs out so quickly. So yeah, I jump between the two products, but it just depends on what I'm using it on. I found that using the Jana gloss on things that are not badly faded, it works great on there, and the C4G technique, I used it on things that are faded, like the wing mirrors for example. They were pretty much grey. Right, now that we have decontaminated the car, washed the car, polished it, done all the trim, we are now on the stage of insulating the paintwork. In essence, we are protecting all of the work that we have just done. The product that I'm using here is called Insulator by Collinite. It's a great product, and it really does an amazing job of protecting the paintwork. And the best time to enjoy this product on the car is when it rains. Literally the whole car beads so beautifully. Applying this insulator to the car is quite simple. The main thing is that you have good coverage. Make sure you get the full panel. I work panel by panel and then do a side of a car for example, and then as it dries, that's when you buff it off using a microfiber cloth. It is a bit of a tedious task. However, once it's finished, results are amazing. I'm going to carry on for the rest of the car, and then we are pretty much finished with the exterior detail on this car. While I do the final bits, I'd just like to mention that unfortunately when I took this car for a test drive after this detail, the car overheated again, and unfortunately the fix that we did with the viscous fan wasn't enough. So before I show you guys the final product of this car after a detail, I want to fix this problem. So in the next video we're going to get on to investigating what this issue is and why it's overheating, and getting down to the nuts and bolts of what is causing this car to overheat. So make sure you stick around for the next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will get on to fixing this car and getting it back on the road. And then I'll show you guys what this car looks like after its detail. It looked amazing, but you gotta wait. See you on the next one, guys.